Sometimes we have a person, maybe people that we're praying for, and it just, I mean, we just, maybe you've been praying for decades. Literally, maybe you've been praying for decades. Maybe you've been praying for many, many years. And we pray so many different kinds of things for people who our heart is burdened for, and we know that they're living outside of God's will. We know that they may not even be in a relationship with God. And the burden of our heart is that the Lord would reach down and bring them to Himself, or to draw them back to Him and back into that close walk that they once had. And we pray all kinds of things, but sometimes I think there's one thing that we actually kind of don't pray for in a real straightforward kind of way. It's what I think we ought to pray for today. Um, just ask God to forgive them. Just appeal to God to forgive them. You know, the children of Israel um, wandered in the wilderness for 40 years. Many of you know this story. And for 40 years, as Moses led them in the wilderness, they were always doing something that God had to forgive them for. Golden calves. They were leading uprisings against Moses. They would get mad at Moses, and they would want somebody to take them back to Egypt. They were always complaining. They were always grumbling. They were always having a lack of faith. And again and again and again and again and again, God had to forgive them. And then when they finally get to the promised land, the edge, and um, once again they went and spied out the land, and there were giants, and once again they showed a complete lack of faith, and they wanted to go back um, to Egypt. And Moses interceded on behalf of the people, and the prayer is found in Numbers chapter 14. And Moses says, "Pardon the iniquity of this people." He says, "God, just forgive them. Just forgive them. I pray according to the greatness of your mercy, just as you have forgiven this people from Egypt until now." He says, "God, because you are a God of mercy, because you are a God of grace, I'm asking you to forgive them, and you've been forgiving them. I'm asking you to forgive them one more time. Just forgive them one more time." Maybe we need to pray that for the situations that we're starting to feel a little hopeless about. Ask God to forgive them just one more time. Later in their history, when the children of Israel were sinning again, and the prophet Samuel was the one who was their prophet at that time, he said, "Far be it from me that I would sin against God by ceasing to pray for you." Never stop praying for those people or those situations that are a burden on your heart. Never stop praying for them, and just pray that God would forgive them just one more time. Get out there and pray today. Love you guys. God bless you. Bye.